it's Em, and today we're going to talk about a couple of things I just read that are continuations in series Black Butler 34 and Heaven Official's Blessing number 7. So, let's start with Black Butler because I read that first. It had been in my stack for a while, but to be honest, I'm less excited about the series these days, mostly because we don't have any Sebastian. You do plan to have some Black Butler in your Black Butler manga, right? Anyway, I will say also that because the volumes come out, like there's only one a year, every time I pick one up, I have to remind myself what is going on, who was where, what is happening, and I am not going to go back and reread a bunch of previous installments to remind myself, so I'm just kind of going by vague memory. And yeah, I did like volume 34, which is Snake and Finny at a I guess an orphanage of sorts where there are weird stuff going on. I did like this installment a lot more than I feel like previous ones. I gave it 4 stars. I don't know. I wish we had more Sebastian. I wish this storyline would just get done because I'm kind of tired of the way it's dragging on. I'll keep reading. I pre-ordered 35. I'll keep reading, but I don't know. If you've read it, if you're a fan of Black Butler, let me know. I know there's a new DVD. I don't know how new it is. I realized there was another DVD, like a series 4 recently. So I haven't seen that, but I think it's the school arc where Sebastian is like a schoolmaster kind of thing. And I really liked that arc. And then I also just finished Heaven Official's Blessing number 7, where, if you remember, we left Xie Lian in the kiln on Mount Tonglu. I don't know if I'm saying any of these things right. I apologize. And he's in there with White No Face. And the story goes on from there. We get more about who White No Face actually is and his backstory, and things escalate as they often do. There is a lot of battling in this, a lot of, I don't know. This was not my favorite volume because it is just there's a lot of really detailed descriptions of fighting, and that bores me after a while. It just kind of is exhausting to read. The character development stuff just really wasn't there for me, and the characters that we were seeing more of were not characters that I was particularly invested in. The overall reveal was not terrible. I had been questioning about a couple of these characters that were revealed to be something. So yeah, I was glad, I guess, to see that confirmed. And you can tell this is the penultimate, we're getting down to the end of it. And I think the person I've mistrusted the most throughout the series is maybe about to be revealed as, not worthy of trust. So there's that. But yeah, I gave it 4.3. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. It's just not one of my favorite of the series. Mostly because, the stuff between Xie Lian and Hua Qing is just not as, I don't know. It didn't give me the feels. It was very matter of fact. Now they kiss a lot, so it feels less romantic. I get that they're in the middle of a big battle. This is not the time for whatever. Although with all the kissing, I guess they still have time for that. I don't know. It just wasn't my thing. It wasn't my thing because the focus wasn't where I focus to be, story to be, whatever. I'm not a person who reads, battle books. I don't like books about competitions. I don't like books about war. And we're getting to the end, and yes, of course, there are going to be some big battles and whatever. It's going to happen. And this book was that. And so that's my least favorite part of any story generally. And that doesn't mean it's bad. It's still very good. It's just comparatively to other volumes that I have enjoyed quite a bit, this was not my favorite. But we have one more to go, and I have hopes. Like, I will get the feels again from whatever transpires. And I think, hopefully the ultimate result of everything that happens is fun and interesting, or I don't know, something. But yeah, so those are the two things I've read. I just picked up Real Tigers, which is the third Slow Horses book. I think actually the name of the series is Slough House, technically, but because of the TV series, I think everybody refers to it as Slow Horses now. So I literally am 20 pages in because I finished Heaven Official's Blessing number 7 last night and wasn't quite tired enough to go to bed yet. So I picked up Real Tigers and then read 20 pages. And by then my melatonin had kicked in and I was sleepy. So far so good. Roddy's being Roddy. I don't know, somehow he's worse in the books. The TV show somehow manages to make him a little bit endearing, even though, oh my God, he's still kind of awful. So I don't know. But yeah, that's where I am. I should do a video about things I've watched recently soon, because I have watched a lot. Pitt Season 2, I'm watching Rooster. Finally watched Zootopia 2, So I will have a viewing video maybe later this week or early next week, if and when I get around to it. Oldest child is home from college, so having peace and quiet is not always as possible now, just because he's like this huge person who makes noise just by walking across a room. He gets that from his dad, So sometimes it is hard to find peace in my own home. Enough peace to sit down and make a video. Someday I'll make myself a little studio somewhere or something. Anyway, if you've read Black Butler, if you've read Heaven Official's Blessing, let me know your thoughts. No spoilers for the final book, please. I hope to get to that before the end of the year. I have read 19 books so far this year, and my goal is 40 for the year, so I'm not quite halfway there. I'm ahead of schedule, so I may be able to add some books to my goal, but I'm also going to be traveling in July, and I have multiple author engagements coming up in like June and October and November, so if you want to know, you can check my website under events and see where I'm going to be and when, just in case you're interested. If the viewing videos don't do as well, if you guys are like, yeah, we don't really care about TV and movies, just let me know and I won't bother. But if you are interested in talking about the Pit or something like that, let me know that too, and we can do that. And until next time, take care.